Where is the mops and the brooms? Because this year was messy. Let's get in the time machine and go back, because it's time to clean up on aisle 2024. Cat Williams started it all. He did not let the cat have his tongue. He went on Shannon Sharp and let everybody have it. Kimber Burrell went to a church and was causing Kimber hell. Let that mask work for you. Was not letting nobody sing with her. Ice Spice versus Lotto sounds like an order at Starbucks, but to be honest, this beef never made sense because one is way more talented than the other. Monique came on Shannon Sharp podcast and put down a draw too. She continued what Cat Williams started. And then these truth tellers went on tour together. They are definitely uncle and auntie of the year. Usher did the Super Bowl with a bedazzled six-pack, but he ate it up though. He did that. 3 men were harassing women in his shop, so Jonathan Wright beat up 3 men at the same damn time outside of his shop. Them windows were sounding like fireworks. My childhood was ruined when the Quiet on the Set documentary dropped with Dan Snyder and the nasty freaky frogs at Nickelodeon and what they did to them kids. Erykah Badu said Beyonce was copying her over a hat, like church mothers all around the world don't be wearing these hats. But don't do that, please. These kids was messing with his uncle at Whataburger. He said, I ain't fresh, because they was hating on his outfit. He had on the polo, some New Balances, some Levi's. They was hating. He ended up going viral, getting brand deals. I hope Unc had a great 2024. And then we found out the girl that was talking about him looked like a whatchamacallit at Whataburger. The Diddy allegation started. Everybody was asking, did he do it? 50 Cent was trolling, and Stevie J called out 50 Cent fade. My money will always be on 50 Cent because I'm not fighting nobody who got shot 9 times and is still living. You are a different breed. You got to be one of God's favorites to get shot 9 times and still be living. I don't want no smoke with you. No smoking sign. Beyonce, yeehaw. Knowles Carter dropped Cowboy Carter. Raymonte called out Essence Magazine because they did an article on his viral birthday trip saying there was a lack of brand opportunities for black influencers, but they never gave him an opportunity at all. So he was like, why are you using me as an example? But this didn't age well because they ended up inviting Raymonte to the Essence Festival later on in the year, and he was late. Everybody was on his head. Sexy Red came to a school appearance smelling like weed, and they would not let her in. Like, girl, you ain't got no perfume. But also, you decided to get Sexy Red for a school appearance for kids. So, I mean, do you really care? In March, Kendrick dissed Drake and J. Cole on Like That, the Future and Metro Boomin song. Kendrick felt like Drake and J. Cole was taking shots at him on first-person shooter, so he said, F the big 3, it's just big me. J. Cole responded and dropped 7-minute drill dissing Kendrick Lamar. But in 7 seconds, he took the diss back, put a Uno reverse down, and said he don't want to be in the drama. The first apology in a rap beef ever, but he chose peace. JT and Glorilla had got into it because Glorilla mentioned JT in the song, talk about she hoped they stop beefing, but never spoke about when people were saying that Glorilla slapped JT at the awards. In the song, yeah, Glow didn't help the situation because in the song it says slapping rap girls and making bail, so. But this beef made both of them get in their bag, and they both had a really good 2024 when it came to music, especially Glorilla. After this, Glorilla took off and never looked back, but they squashed their beef. It was JT versus Carisha and Santana because people feel like Carisha never had JT back but always got Santana's. And Carisha felt like JT was taking shots at her and her new music, but I feel like Santana was always the problem between these two. Azalea Bankrub had a one-sided beef with Doechii. She felt like Doechii was stealing her sound, but she ain't put out a song in 10 years. Ursula stole your voice, Lil Mermaid. Chris Brown and Quavo started beefing again. They was already beefing in 2017 over Karrueche, but Chris Brown dissed Quavo on a song called Freak with T Grizzly and Jordan Lucas. Chris Brown said she like Casamigos, not the Migos, so Quavo responded. They was going back and forth, but Chris Brown bodied Quavo. Quavo even tried to use a takeoff chorus and it still didn't take off. Drake finally responds to Kendrick with push-ups, and he also disses a bunch of other people on the song too. He said, what is this, a 20 versus 1? But now, looking back at it, it is kind of crazy because it was so many people versus Drake at one time. We was waiting on Kendrick to respond and everybody else was getting into it. Drake told Metro to go make some drums, so Metro made BBL Drizzy and had people dissing Drake all over the world. Rick Ross was making diss tracks saying Drake was using Ozempic, and Tia Kim said, you using it too. Even Kanye West randomly jumped into it. This whole thing was messy. This was a good time for hip-hop though. Drake and Kendrick was going back and forth, but Kendrick hit him with Not Like Us and it was a wrap. Drake and Academics was baiting Kendrick, saying he was taking forever to do so he came back. Drake even used AI with Snoop Dogg and Tupac. So Kendrick took the bait and beat Drake at his own game. The A minor chord will never be the same. Keisha Cole fighting with Gloss Up over a 24-year-old is crazy to me. The way Huncho Hunch got Keisha Cole going crazy. She loved that young meat. Baby Stormy exposed Ice Spice, her ex-best friend, and we found out that Ice Spice was calling Nicki Minaj ungrateful, saying that she needed her. Ice Spice's career has been in the emergency room ever since. JT was low-key getting into it with everybody this year. So JT got into it with Suki because of her song, Okay, she says she ate crab legs, now her whole tooth missing. And Suki thought her and JT was cool, but Suki did eat a crab leg and her veneer broke. So she wanted JT to clear it up and say it wasn't about her. JT didn't do it, so Suki dissed her back. And all I remember is, you ain't a city girl, you a shitty girl, and your man wanna come to the coochie world. Nelly spent the block on Ashanti like he was a Rubik's Cube, and he been smiling ever since, showing all 32. She got pregnant and she had the baby too. There was a controversial topic of this teacher getting fired because people were upset that students was doing his hair even though it was on their downtime. He ended up getting rehired though. Soulja Boy versus 21 Savage was the battle of the face tattoos, the battle of why the hell would I put this on my face? It started over 21 Savage taking up for Metro Boomin because Soulja Boy started talking about Metro Boomin's mom over a tweet from 12 years ago. The tweet that Metro tweeted 12 years ago said, I get called to go to the studio with Young Jeezy, you get called to send beats to Soulja Boy. So Soulja Boy didn't like that and talked about his dead mother, which was not cool, on Mother's Day. After all these years, Mary J. Blige finally released a thigh-high boot, but it was $1,295 from Giuseppe. I don't know why everybody thought they was about to get a shoe dazzle Mary J. Blige boot. Boo, tomato, tomato. She not doing no Fashion Nova boot. In May, the hotel footage dropped of Diddy attacking Cassie in that hallway, and it was so sad to see. Which is why I don't feel bad about nothing that's happening to that man because he deserves everything. Diddy also posted a video apologizing, but we don't want to hear that. Cameron went on CNN for an interview, and they asked him about Diddy, and he started acting out. Kelly Rowland had to cuss the security guard out in France because she kept rushing her, touching her, and blocking her. Kelly Rowland said, stop touching me before you give me motivation to do your dirty laundry and make you lose your breath. But the whole weekend in Cannes, France was ghetto because Travis Scott got into it with Tiger's friends. Everybody thinks it's over Kylie Jenner because they both have relations with her, but we don't know. Northwest was Simba and Lion King, and a lot of people did not like it, and it wasn't really giving Simba, it was giving Big Bird. Cardi B and Bia was beefing because Cardi B put out a song called Like What Freestyle, and it sampled Missy Elliott, She's a Bee, and Bia put a song out that sampled that before Cardi and said that she was copying her. And the beef didn't really seem that serious, but it seemed like because Bia hangs with Nicki Minaj, and you know Nicki and Cardi don't get along, Bia picked a side. Bia put out a diss song saying Cardi was cheating on Offset, and it did not do well, but she put it out. And then Cardi B got on the Wannabe remix with Meg Thee Stallion and Glorilla and ate Bia up. Chris Brown meet and greets went viral again. People were paying $1,000 to get their picture, and they made sure the money counted. Yolanda Saldivar, the woman that killed Selena, said that she want to work with Shakira one day. Girl, stay in jail and shut up. Tariq St. Patrick got groped by Tylil's sister on his live stream. Very unprofessional, very nasty, and kids was in the room. Stephen A. Smith was upset that everybody was still supporting Will Smith with Bad Boys 4 because of what he did to Chris Rock, and nobody cared. 310 Baby graduated from high school and got a platinum plaque for Soak City at the same time. Marlon Wayans did an LGBTQ Pride Month photo shoot in support of his daughter who was trans and his family members that he know, and the straights were upset. Kenya Moore was suspended, fired for revenge porn against Britney on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Amber Rose toy Dirty Tennis Ball endorses Donald Trump. Bronny became a Laker with his father LeBron James. I love black nepotism. The BET Awards honor Usher with a tribute, and it was all women, and some of the women did good, but a lot of them did bad. A lot of us were wondering where were the men during the performance, but I guess Usher wanted all women, so that's what happened. Canada turned Rick Ross into Canadian bacon and kicked him out, got him and his team jumped. Keith Lee and Taraji P got into it over a rose at the BET Awards. He made it too deep, though. Made it seem like the rose wasn't supposed to go to him because she accidentally forgot who he was. It was too much. Because of how the video was clipped up, it seemed like Michael Steal Your Girl Ely picked up Megan Good and hugged her and ignored Jonathan Majors. Trump was cosplaying as 50 Cent with a whole shooting at his rally. Be president or die trying. Joe Biden stepped down and endorsed Kamala Harris to run for the Democrats for their party. But this whole presidential election was ghetto. They were shooting at Trump's rally. They had Meg Thee Stallion twerking at Kamala's. Santana interviewed Carisha about Diddy, and Carisha said she didn't know that side of Diddy, but a lot of people felt like she wasn't telling the truth. Some people felt like she was. I don't know. Cleo came out about being mistreated on Ice Spice's tour. Ice Spice said Cleo was a bugaboo and she was needy. Cleo said that everybody ate but her. She was starving. It was a lot. Kendrick Lamar was announced as a Super Bowl halftime performer for New Orleans, and Young Money Cash Money was pissed off. Lil Wayne felt like he deserved it because it was in his hometown, and Nicki Minaj went hard on Jay-Z. Shannon Sharp was caught having sex on Instagram Live. That's my Michelle. Diddy got taken into custody. They raided his stuff and found 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Baby oil will never be the same. Safari came to Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday 2 concert in a jean vest, knowing that she hate him. Diddy's sons, the Casamigos, wanted to jump Ray J for talking about their daddy. Chris Brown stopped it. Young Thug finally got released from prison after that long YSL trial. That was a Boondocks episode. Donald Trump becomes president. Boo, tomato, tomato. Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson. Boo, vision board, vision board. Mike Tyson was supposed to get our lick back. We 0 for 2 when it came to white people. Aubrey Graham Cracker sues UMG for allegedly inflating Kendrick Lamar's numbers for Not Like Us, which is crazy because the song was everywhere. Jay-Z got hit with a lawsuit allegedly saying that he touched a 13-year-old girl with Diddy at a VMAs after party. Remy Ma and Papoose go at it, and we find out that they side pieces are doppelgangers of themselves. Chloe Bailey is playing Legos and Lagos with Burna Boy. They pop out. Megan gets a restraining order on Tory Lanez while he's already restrained in jail. Offset wants Cardi B to stop acting like a hoe when he was a hoe the whole marriage. Chris Brown took the Breezy Bowl to South Africa and Brazil and sold out all 4 shows, big stadiums. Beyonce ate the Beyonce Bowl up on Christmas in Texas. And Princess texted Suki from Ray J phone but swears she don't care. R.I.P. to everybody that passed this year. Enchanting, Rich Homie Quan, B. King, James Earl Jones, John Amos, Fat Man Scoop, Tito Jackson, Frankie Beverly. Like I said, this year was messy, but shout out to y'all for loving my commentary. I love y'all. See y'all next year.